Hey y'all, it's Need to Be Watching, and I'm back with another video. Now, yesterday, me and my sister, we took the kids to go see Mufasa. Y'all, if y'all haven't seen it, go see it. It was dope. Blue Ivy is KIARA. She played that role so well, and I wanted to do this little video because I wanted to let her know if she sees my little video. Girl, you did that. Don't sweat the hate, because she is getting a lot of hate based upon her premiere outfit, which was beautiful, and based upon who her parents are. I just feel like people forget that Blue is a child, but hey, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Look who her parents are, so yeah, she's going to get that hate. But look at these videos that I found. I have my little comments at the end. Thanks for tuning in. Leave your comments below, but let's get into this clip. Thanks.
She was once called the ugliest celebrity child, but lives a luxurious life because her...
There is things like this that will forever grind all my gears. She was never ugly. Her features were just uncomfortably black for y'all. Now the world is saying she's dressing too grown for her age because she wore a princess ball gown to her movie premiere. Her movie premiere. Mind you, this is the dress that we're calling too grown. The over of young black girls, y'all got to deal with it. Y'all got to deal with it. This is what every girl would aspire. A princess dress. It's you know what I'm saying? This ain't no bodycon down. She ain't half naked. Y'all are the problem. If you look at a 12-year-old girl and you go, ooh, that look too, you're looking at her that way. Because she's still 12 regardless. Whatever you put on a child don't matter. They're still a child. Period. I see people on Twitter comparing their 12-year-old pictures. Baby, your mama was shopping at Payless. Please. You was going to school every day. This girl's making movies at 12 and you're focused on the wrong thing, baby. She is a beautiful black kinky hair, gorgeous princess. Stop.
And that's what I'm saying. This was me at my 8th grade graduation. Same cut, same length as Blue's. It was no problem. I even had on little heels. Like, people just are truly looking for something. Like, oh, if I can't get her parents, I can get her. But y'all seem to forget that that's a child. That is a child. Regardless if you like Beyonce or not. Regardless if you like Jay-Z or not and think he's guilty of the stupid allegations that's against him, which there's no evidence towards. She's dressed like a tall 13-year-old. She's tall. Have you seen her family? Like, y'all see her long legs. I know y'all see her legs. She is tall. The dress is not showing any cleavage. I got comments that saying, oh, she shouldn't have a sweetheart neckline. It's showing cleavage. Where? Because there's nothing showing. So like I said, everybody is entitled to their opinion, but at the end of the day, she's a child, and she's not dressed inappropriately. Y'all just fishing for something.
I do not know Beyonce personally, but from all accounts, she's a good mother. And I think that is what it is that people have a problem with. You have an expectation of black mothers to be a very certain way, and she's not showing that. You're also not used to black people using their power and influence to benefit their children the way that she does. Because realistically, what is the point in you being a parent if you can't use your power and influence to help your child? I think we are not used to seeing a black mom dote on her child, especially her girl child, the way Beyonce does with Blue. And I really do think ultimately that is the problem that you all have with this 12-year-old girl, is she is being shown love, appreciation, encouraged in a way that you never were. And your mind cannot grasp that. And so you think it's all about the money, when in reality, it's the love.
I'm gonna say this. The best part about that Mufasa movie was Blue Ivy. She was natural. Just inherently understood the assignment. And that's about all I got to say about that movie.
Good morning. I'm getting ready for work. Going to the basketball game later with my friends, so I'm just going to go ahead and do my makeup now instead of bringing it to work, because otherwise I don't wear makeup to work. But while I get ready, I want to talk about Blue Ivy and Beyonce. My thoughts have been marinating on this since the halftime performance the other day. And I saw another creator talking about this. I'll tag them. But basically, he had said, y'all see Blue Ivy and scream nepotism, nepotism, nepotism. But what I see is development. And I've made a TikTok about this before, because there is a difference between nepotism and there's a difference between parents creating bloodlines and legacies. Nepotism is inherently rooted in somebody being unqualified, and the only qualification that you have is a connection to a person either by blood or some other way. It doesn't have to necessarily be by blood to be nepotism. Like, literally, nepotism is when you have no work ethic, you have no qualifications, there is somebody wholly more qualified than you, but you get the opportunity or you get the job just based off of a connection. Now, the other side of that, somebody creating a bloodline, somebody creating a legacy, that might appear to you to be the same on its face, but it's actually not. Creating a bloodline, creating a legacy, building empires from your family business, that's rooted in development. It is rooted in ensuring that your children are forces to be reckoned with, making them untouchable, making them the most qualified, the most skilled person in the room. And it's also doing that when your child has shown an inclination to whatever your family business is, and they've proven through their work ethic and their development and their commitment to their craft that they're a good person to pass the torch to. And I think really that's where the difference between creating a bloodline and legacy and nepotism lies. It's in the work ethic of the person who is being passed this business, this wealth, this gift. And we see that in Blue Ivy. We've seen it in the Renaissance movie where Beyonce was like, she said she wanted to dance, she wanted to perform. And I was like, you're not ready, you're not ready. And Blue was like, I'm not ready, bet. And she went in the lab and showed how ready she was. Like, she's genuinely working her ass off to further her family legacy. And she's literally 12 years old. And I am nowhere near the same tax bracket as Beyonce or sphere of influence as that family. But I have seen this reaction to what people deem nepotism in my own life as well, because my dad is a lawyer with his own law firm, and now I'm a lawyer who works at said law firm. And the responses to that, it's always like very dismissive. Every accomplishment I have is just, of course you accomplish that because it's nepotism. And it's like that discredits the work that goes into things. And when people do work hard, and they do make sacrifices, and they do accomplish these things, they have a right to be protective over their work ethic. They have a right to feel pride. They have a right to celebrate it. They have a right to defend themselves when everything they put into something is being dismissed. I don't know, I see that in Blue Ivy where she's 12 years old, but it's very obvious this is stuff that she wants to do. It's very obvious that she wasn't just born and her parents are like, we're going to force you to be this mega superstar. It's very clear that this is her own choices, and her parents are like, okay, you want to be this? We're going to make sure that you're the best pop star performer there ever was. Like, literally, her mom is freaking Beyonce. So if you have Beyonce training you like, okay, I'm going to make sure you go further than I've gone, yeah, you're going to go really far. And also, let me tell you, as someone whose parent is training them, they are quite literally the hardest bosses you will ever have in your life. Literally, nobody in this world has been harder on me than my father, because he wants to see me go further than he went. That's what building a bloodline and legacy is. And the last little nugget of this conversation is that as Black people, but especially as Black women, nepotism will never save us. Nepotism will never protect us. And you can literally see that with all the backlash that Blue Ivy has gotten since she came to Earth. Literally, as a Black woman in this world, the best fighting chance you have of people respecting you and your work ethic and your credibility is to be credentialed, either via training, experience, or degrees. Nepotism will never work for us the same way, and that's why Black people that are trying to create bloodlines and legacies, yeah, that's why their children are untouchable. That's why our children are trained the way that they're trained. That's why education is encouraged. That's why work ethic is really stressed, because what was said in the Tyler Perry movie, we don't have the luxury of being as good as them. We have the burden of being better. So I'm proud of Blue Ivy, and I'm excited to see how far she's going to go, because she's going to be phenomenal. And if you still want to call it nepotism, go ahead. In that case, I love Black Nepo babies who work their asses off to further their family legacies. There's tons of kids that are born into privilege, that are lazy and have no work ethic. And the day that people finally understand the difference between the two will be a great day.
The hate be so real for Blue Ivy Carter. That little girl, as soon as she was conceived, as soon as they heard that Beyonce was pregnant, they've been on her neck since day one. When Beyonce first announced she was pregnant, they've been on Blue Ivy's neck. We just saw Mufasa. Honestly, we all loved the movie. The music was beautiful. Blue Ivy played her role really well. She was real believable. I love the storyline and everything. Everything was good. My thing is this. I do not remember parents. I don't remember my parents being this invested in cartoons as the adults of today are invested in cartoons. To the point where, not just cartoons, but like kid movies, to the point where you really got people on here dragging Blue Ivy. Even in the movie, I overheard others saying, yeah, because, you know, it was crazy, because they really was like, yeah, because, you know, Beyonce's daughter was the one playing KIARA. I don't know. Like, it was nothing wrong with, like, I almost wish that, you know, granted, you know, it was good that she let everybody know, but if she would have never said it was Blue Ivy, I bet you nobody would have none of this negative stuff to say. But because they know it was Blue Ivy and Beyonce in the movie, everybody and their mom and them that's a hater got all these critiques for this kid movie. All the kids love the movie. It's just the adults that's talking about it and trying to shame Blue and say that she wasn't that good. Somebody even said, oh my gosh, you could just tell, I saw it on here, they were like, you could just tell it was Beyonce because her voice is white. I mean, that's why they had her. They had Beyonce on her because she's recognizable. Was she supposed to get on there and start sounding like what? Like, what was y'all expecting? I mean, they wanted Beyonce, and Beyonce was presented as Nala. So I was just like, you know what? I love the movie. It was really good. All the kids loved it. The music was the bomb. Like, like we still watching old school Lion King. Let me go get the remote. We've been watching the Lion. But yeah, anyway, the hate be so real. I felt so bad, but I feel so excited for Blue because I'm like, oh, she really is a good actress. Like, she played that role down. So they got all my support at the end of the day, period. So that's it. That's the video. Thanks for tuning in. Please leave some comments in the comment tab below. Let me know your thoughts about all this hate Blue is getting. Other than that, stay tuned for the next video. Have a nice day.